Hello everyone and welcome back to the Drive Guide. I've got Jane with me today.
Hi.
Jane, how are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking.
Today we have this, the Mazda CX-5. And I brought you along because you said to me not too long ago that you bought the car you currently own now because you didn't really know what you wanted.
Exactly.
You just bought it because it was cheap and it was available.
Right.
But then you said you were curious about the Mazda 3.
Yes.
And that's why I've brought you along today, because this car is basically a high-riding Mazda 3.
Right.
So, initial impressions of this car, what do you like?
Well, I love how it looks.
Okay.
It is extremely stylish, and the color is just perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks really trendy. It doesn't, I don't know, some of the SUV crossover vehicles tend to look a little bit boxy. This one is really sleek.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's got also a really great interior. This white leather is so beautiful without being cheesy. It's really nice, and I love the way it all kind of looks on the interior. It looks a little bit, you know, like a much fancier car like an Audi or something like a Mercedes.
Okay. Because the general consensus with this car is that the interior quality should belong in those premium name brands, but,
Right.
you know, Mazda's still classified as an economy scale car. So as a result of that, you can't directly compare. But with the interior quality that we have here, you know, it's not a far shot out. But what I do like about the leather seats that you mentioned is you see the stitching, how it's like that champagne gold.
Oh yeah,
And then
that's nice.
up here, it's a different stitching, that slight off black, you know, grayish.
Yeah, and I definitely love this sort of like faux wood.
Well,
Grain.
it's funny you say faux wood, because in the blurb of this car, the GT, which is the top spec model, they call it metal wood. So I've got no idea what it is. Is it metal that's, you know, been shaved in to get this look of a wood grain, or is it just
brushed to make it look like wood? It's really classy. It's nice. It doesn't look like those old wood paneled vehicles.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's
pretty sweet.
It is a nice interior, that's for sure. And you said you liked the exterior and you liked the color. Was there anything that you didn't like?
No, not yet.
No?
No, I really like it. It's a really pretty sweet car, actually. Can I have it?
When you were saying you were considering a Mazda 3, why was that? Why wasn't it something else in, you know, the hatchback class?
I really like with this car, I really like the look of the Mazda 3. It's just a fun little car. My sister actually just bought one.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
But I love just how speedy it looks. Like, it looks like a fast car, and I like that. It looks practical, which is nice.
Did your sister buy the hatchback or the sedan?
The hatchback.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah. She named it Greta.
Greta.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a really nice looking car. It looks like it performs well. It would get, you know, I'd be able to take it either into the city or into the backcountry, depending on what I needed it for. Mazda, anyways, is a car company that I've always sort of enjoyed. My parents have had Mazdas, and I don't know, I've always just wanted to get a Mazda, so probably the next car that I get
Is going to be a
is
Mazda 3.
going to be a Mazda 3, or this one.
Okay.
If I need something bigger, because I like that you have lots of storage space. I think those seats fold down.
Yeah, so those seats there, they're actually a 40-20-40, meaning that all seats are independent of each other.
Oh, great.
Whilst in the Mazda 3, two of them are attached.
Yeah.
And with that, what is an interesting feature with this car, with the middle seat folding down completely, is that you have the freedom to put skis and snowboards without really much issue. But with some other cars, it would just be a hole in the seat.
Right.
And typically that hole wouldn't be big enough to put, you know, a snowboard in, which then would cause the issue of having to fold down the outside seat to then accommodate.
Right.
But with this car, the top of the line model, as I was saying, this is the GT, those two outside seats are actually heated.
Ooh, that's nice.
So if you were to go on a skiing trip and you had 3 other friends with you, all of you can drive along and
be warm.
Have a heated seat, and it would be a great time.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And it looks like it would be great for camping as well. or anything outdoorsy, really. It could fit a lot of stuff back there.
What do you think of the ride quality?
It's very smooth, which is nice, and it's so quiet in here.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, one thing that I hate is when you're driving and you can hear all the noise around you, especially if you're in a city and it's loud. I love that it's super, super quiet in here.
Well, this CX-5 it's not a brand new car in the way that when car manufacturers say it's a brand new car, it was engineered from scratch. This car's still built upon the previous generation.
Right.
And for when they made this new year of the CX-5, they really focused on adding sound deadening materials, like the windshield is a thicker glass and there's a lot more of the foam inlays in the floor.
Right.
So that's what gives this reduction in sound to make it a more luxurious drive.
It does feel really luxurious, I have to say.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the seat is so comfortable and I have lots of leg room, not even a problem there. And I don't know, I feel like I'm in a car commercial. It's lovely.
It's not one of those real people, not actors things from Chevrolet. Have you ever seen those?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I promise she's not paid.
No, I'm an actual real person.
Yeah.
And who's named Jane Stranger.
You know, I always get the Janes and the Joes. I don't know how it works out that way. It's just odd, isn't it?
Just stop advertising on Craigslist, though, maybe. I like it. And the back looks comfortable, too.
I know that I can easily sit behind myself if I were to set this position, keep it there and get into the back seat, and still have a little bit of knee room and headroom.
Right.
But the thing that really stands out in the back seat is that because the seat is slightly elevated, there's a lot more air between the floor and where the base of the seat is, so you've got a lot of wiggle room with your feet.
Oh, great. Yeah. Also good if you're moving a lot of things and you need to put things on under the seat.
Yeah, and hide stuff away too. If you had a computer and you were, scared of it being stolen, just slip it right under the seat.
Yeah. Or put it in this very roomy glove box.
Yeah, got the glove box, and then you have the center console in here as well, which it's got this tiny... I don't really know what the purpose of this is for. Like, for me, it's...
Change.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like something where you just store coins in. But that's pretty roomy. Got a nice open space down here, and then sunglass holder up there too.
I really like in that little box there, they have USB connectors, which is nice.
And the good thing about it is if you were to charge your phone or whatever with the USBs, you have these open spaces here.
Right.
So the wire feeds through, and then when you close it, you're not crunching and potentially destroying your wire.
That's a very nice design feature. I'm glad somebody thought about that.
And there's also two in that little folding armrest in the back as well.
Oh, perfect. So the backseat passengers can charge their phones.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're about to conclude our journey here, Jane.
All right.
And as I put the car into park and turn off the engine...
I don't want it to end, though. I love this car.
Listen, the video's got to end at some point, all right?
Does it have to?
I've got to edit this.
This is a very short road trip.
So, of everything that you've experienced in this car today, if you had to sum it up in 10 words or less, what would you say?
Luxury feeling.
That's two.
No, that's one.
No, it's not.
Okay. Luxury feeling, great handling, quiet. I really love the design.
I really love the design. You can finish it there. I'm playing with you. Keep on going.
And it just super comfortable, classy, and I would drive this in a heartbeat. I would buy this in a heartbeat.
Well, then, saying that, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, Jane. So every time I shoot one of these episodes, I always drop Jane or Joe back off at their house. But today I've got a little more serious of an issue because Jane's refusing to leave. What are you doing in here, stranger?
Moving in, obviously.
But you can't move in, it's a car.
You'll never get rid of me now.
Right. Okay then.